So we back the second part. I'm sure you have seen the first part of the interview with King Handles. If not, make sure you see it. We're gonna link it up here. So finishing up on the last video, I think we talked about the Nordic. This was like 2002, 2003, around that time, and you were heavily like into
street
playground
ball.
basketball, street ball, nothing else.
Yeah.
So what happened then? Like after that?
Yeah,
time?
after that, just doing some stuff a little locally, playing in Hoop It Up still, stuff like that. Then I hooked up with YPA. I went down to, I don't know how I even got down there. I think I got invited to the All-Star game, whatever.
That's Oakland.
An Oakland All-Star game, yeah. So they invited me down. Me and Exile went at it a little bit.
Well, YPA, I can still remember the tapes, and I saw you in it. That's why I thought
YPA
first.
Too.
I thought first like YPA is this in Canada too. What's happening because in Europe you don't get it. You see King Handles and you see Exile, you see new players you've never seen before, and it's just crazy.
Yeah. So I ended up hooking up with them, and then after that, I played with them for maybe a year or two, and they had a.
But you not moved there. You went there to play with them on weekends for tournaments.
Yeah, like for a weekend or a week or two. They fly me down. It's not Oakland, Vancouver. Oakland's not too far.
All right.
And they came up to film some stuff in Vancouver too. So I did some stuff with them, and went to Japan, did some stuff. Had my own little tour there.
So that was the first time you went to Asia on a regular basis?
Yeah, my first time actually. Yeah, that's funny. That was my first time I went there. Yeah, on a regular basis. I had 2 tours there. Then my second tour, after my first tour was by myself, and the second tour was with me, Exile and I. And then I had an opportunity to go play Pro 2 as well. Some stuff happened. They wanted me to play. The owner wanted me to play, and the coach didn't really know who I was. He wanted to be a practice player, so I was there for a month trying to persuade the coach that I could play, and I was playing really well. But he said I still want you to be a practice player, and next year hopefully be on the team. During that time, this is for Toyama Grousies too, so I was in the kind of the countryside of Japan for about a month. And I remember, man, like they'll be going on road trips to exhibition games, and I would stay at the house by myself for like a week or 5 days to a week, and they don't speak English in Toyama. So it was hard. Wow. And basically I was depressed, man.
Yeah.
All the hard work. I have an opportunity to play pro. I just didn't have I didn't have game tape. The only game tape I had was street ball. They don't want to see that.
Yeah.
2, my only game tape was probably men's league. Yeah. They don't want to see that. Yeah. They want to see it organized, right? Yeah. And I didn't have a university or college, but I could play. The only college I had was the scholarship I got out of high school, scholarship. I went to get a college, but I only played for 3 months because of my grades. I left. Yeah. So now they're thinking like, okay, he's a street ball guy. He's not smart. I can't trust this guy. So that's why he wanted me to stay there for a year, right? To just to be part of the system, pick it up, right? Yeah. So I ended up leaving.
But it's hard. It's like culture difference is so big.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? So I was like, listen, man. Pay me what you got to pay me right now for the time being here, and I'm out. So I ended up going, and that's when I played in the And1 Mixtape. And then that time I heard that the And1, it's crazy thinking about it now. The And1 open run when I left was like next few days in Japan.
Oh wow! Okay.
So after I was like, okay, hold up. And1 Mixtape Tour is in Japan. I tried out last time. They didn't pick me up.
Where?
I think it was in Portland or one of those. I think it was in Portland. Okay. They never picked me up. Okay, now this is my opportunity to get on. Yeah. Right. So I ended up going to Tokyo. Yeah. Getting an open run, killing it, played, and then got picked to play. But I ended up fly out. I had to fly. I fly back home.
So you didn't do the game, or
no? I did I fly back because the game was like maybe 2 weeks.
So I did the open run or the tryouts 2 weeks early?
Yeah, they did it early. Yeah, did it really early, right? So
because normally it's basically the same day.
It's same day. Yeah, Japan is a little different, right? Okay. So it's crazy. So
but were the And1 guys already there because they are the one that choose?
No.
That's
I know it. Opened because And1 had a pretty big headquarters in Japan that time.
Okay, so they did the run.
They did the run. So they picked me and they picked another little Asian dude,
but Japanese guy. Fly out first.
They had to fly. They had to go back home, right? Because of the visa, stuff like that. Yeah. So I ended up going back home, buying my own ticket, flying back.
That's what you did.
Yeah, fly back, and I actually killed that game. right? Me and Spider went in, me and Pharmacist went in,
Right.
and that's when they kind of noticed me. Okay,
There's someone coming out. That guy's
better,
serious.
yeah,
That's for real.
And I was, man, I remember I was so hungry. I wanted to kill those guys.
That's still footage from that game?
Yeah, it's online too.
Nice.
It's online. Yeah, it's
Nice.
when they were in Japan.
Maybe we can show that.
Yeah, you can show that. Yeah,
Cool.
definitely. Yeah. So go check that out. So what happened after that? Killed it, and then I went back home to Vancouver, and that's when I saw, you know what? This is me. I got to do this, right? So I ended up playing some side games in Seattle with Jay Curtis, doing some, playing with And1 guys, Baby Shaq, So then the And1 guys got to know me. The first time meeting Pack the Rock during that time. This was when I was 22. In 23, I'm so torn. Now I did some stuff with Smush Parker, had a little street ball team. My friend put that together that I really met with the street ball thing. He brought me down there, and Nelson, he brought me down. He's organized a lot of street ball stuff, and XR came with me too. So I was playing in little side games when age of 20, from 21 to 22, 23, and then I got some stuff with opportunity with EA Sports doing NBA Streets Volume 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Right? But Volume 2 was all the Nada guys. Volume 3 was only me, Goose, and Disaster. The last volume was just me. That's it. All the moves are all me. So, it's just like crazy, dude, thinking about it now. And then after that was the And1. The And1 open run in, what was it at? It was Ball for, because now And1 broke up.
Yeah.
And they went Ball for Real.
Yeah.
So I had an opportunity. So the guy
put a new team. I mean, it was basically all the And1 guys.
Actually half the And1 guys. So some guys stayed.
Yeah.
Professor, Hot Sauce, Baby Shaq, some other guys. The other guys left.
Yeah.
Right. So they got Main Event, Shane, Spider, Ayo.
Yeah, I can remember.
TJ. Right. So they had their own thing going. And it's funny because all before that, before they broke up, I was doing some stuff with. We had a game. Nelson had a game, so he invited me and a few other guys. I think Roberto might have been playing. We played in California against some of the Ball for Real guys,
Right.
and I destroyed. I don't say I destroyed them, but I did my thing, right?
Yeah.
And one of the owner guys said, "Hey, listen," Nelson's like, "Yo, you want to pick King Handles up?" Okay, bring him to the first city. It was in Seattle. I think I might have done the open run. No, I might have got picked up, or I might have done the open run, but I played anyways. I ended up killing it, and that's when I was on tour because it's trying to do the same thing, trying to get 100. But the contract during that time was 100,000.
It's just city to city, and at the end, like Professor One in the Madison Square Garden.
But that's for the Ball for Real.
Yeah.
But they were paying more money, $100,000. Right?
Yeah.
Instead of like 25, 30,000. So I was on tour for the whole West Coast. Right? Killing elimination games. I'm winning all the elimination games. Some other guy came in, swept him. All Midwest, I will win. So I had 14, 15 games under my belt. Anyone that came in, so then Pat the Rock came, and then Dio came. So we were still hooping, right?
Yeah.
Elimination game, we're still together. We're still together. I think Dio came in actually last. Not last, but kind of like maybe 8 or 9 games in. But Pat the Rock came in a little bit in the Midwest. So I had maybe 14, 15 games. Oh, though he was sick.
Yeah.
And he might have had 9 or 10 games, but I had the most games. So that time, I had a contract to go to play Juicy Fruit against True Baller. During that year.
I remember
that, right?
Those were those one-on-one things with the colorful card and shit.
Yes, man. So I got it, because I was doing some stuff with him in Vancouver, but then all that beef on the internet.
Wow.
All that beef on the internet, right? It's just like, okay, now the owner's like, listen, okay.
I remember that footage.
Remember that footage, right?
Yeah.
And the footage not even really out though. But he ended up winning the first game. I ended up winning the 2 other games. So I won the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then after that, right?
Yeah.
I'll show you. Oh, okay. We cut it, right?
Kurz's break.
Yeah.
We'll be back. We're back in a minute. We back. Small cut, but still the same topic. Juicy Fruit, True Ball against King Handles back then.
Okay, so I ended up winning that game. And then I ended up going back. I had to go back to they had a plane ticket back to Washington because Washington was an elimination game, so I had to be back. But before all that, that's true ball stuff. I talked to Steve Burt. Said, listen, I have this game. I talked to the other owner.
Steve Burt was a bald-headed
he was
soldier.
A cool cat, man.
Like
me and him were tight.
Like yeah. He was in the army, right?
Oh, good guy, man. And he was in the NBA too.
Really?
Steve Burt was the name for Phoenix Suns for a few years, man. Nobody, he's a legend.
Everybody
man.
respected him. You could feel that.
Dude, he knew a lot about the game, man. So it was fun to kind of go up against him. You talk trash to me and stuff. But yeah, dude. So before that, I told him, listen, I gotta go to this thing. Like, hey, go. And make sure you come back for the elimination game, which is Washington. It's okay to miss the 2 other games. So I ended up going to Washington. And the kind of other guys, some of the guys were a little bit kind of weirded out a little bit, like the owner, because I didn't really tell one of the guys, so that I was going. And so an elimination game happened. I ended up playing well, but I got eliminated that game.
All right.
Because I went. So me and the guy had a little argument or something. And we're cool. We're cool today, but during that time, hot-headed outline, right? But I ended up getting eliminated, getting kicked out. So it was it. It was done.
All right.
Because of that true baller game.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for the true baller game, I think I had a good chance of winning.
Who made it in the end?
Pat the Rock won it for sure.
Right,
cool. Pat the Rock,
yeah.
He did his thing, man. He did his thing. But it would have been a hard final if it was me and him, because it was tough. It was tough because I had more games underneath my belt. So after that, actually, after I got eliminated, right, I got invited to go play in the And1 game in Oakland. That was the battle between me and Springs the first time. Right?
Spring was a lefty.
Yeah, Spring was a lefty,
right.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Right, he's a good guy, could hoop. But that game, it was a real battle. So they didn't end up picking me. Actually, almost won that game. They didn't end up picking me because I played for ball for real that year, because there was a beef happening. They said, come back next year. Come to Portland Open Run. You're gonna get in. You're gonna play in the game. Actually, I didn't even do the open run. Actually, I played in the game actually, and I played in the game, killed it, and I got invited to play in the finals in the Basketball Hall of Fame. So we played in the finals. I didn't make it, and then I heard they were going to sign me. Then I spoke to Silk, a few other guys, like, yeah, listen, man, I don't think And1's going to be there, because during that time I got a scholarship to go play. So it was either go play university basketball or go in the And1 route. And I really liked the And1 route, because that was me. University ball, I'm thinking maybe I want to make the NBA, maybe I want to play professional, maybe that was a good route for me to go. And they're like, listen, man, some of the guys like, listen, you better go play university ball.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play university
advice
ball.
from the older cat.
Yeah, and you know what? I put street ball on the side from 2008 to 2013, like 2015, 16.
All right, so
that's like 7
years.
Yeah, I really stopped doing all that, man. Like, I just stopped.
You still went to the playgrounds to work out? You were still involved?
Oh, yeah. Still when the playgrounds worked out, man.
Yeah.
But, my workout was it wasn't really a bunch of tricks, really. It was really about knowing how to get buckets.
Like being the better basketball player, like we're playing regular organized basketball.
Exactly. And I ended up doing well. I got a scholarship at the University of St. Mary's, which is in Canada. I played in the CIES division. That's like the top university, the top division for basketball and university in Canada. Went in my conference, AUS conference. I was leading scorer for 3 years. I was 2-time All-Canadian. And I remember my last year I played, my third year, I was the leading scorer in the whole nation, averaging 28.9 points a game. And then I broke a record in the AUS for most points in a season, 575 points in a season. And I was MVP that year. And like I said, I got All-Canadian. But that's all through street ball, man. Yeah. That street ball mentality helped me in the organized mentality.
Not only mentality, the skills, man.
The skills too, yeah, the skills too as well, right?
Both.
Yeah, both, right? So that's why I always give back to the game, street ball. That's where everything started. And after that, I played pro, and I did really well in my pro career. I was, I played in the NBL for 3 years in Canada, which is the Canadian League. I was 2-time All-Canadian there, All-Star. Really won many accolades, and I played in Denmark. I did really well, MVP out there.
Denmark was 2013 or
13, yeah, 2012 to 2013, I think, 2013 to 14. And I did really well out there, man, like really well, but just the money wasn't right the next year, so I ended up you know, going back to the NBL and playing again. Actually, no, I went to Iceland for 3 months, and not even 3 months, a month, man, not even, maybe 3 weeks, and I stopped because I didn't really like it as much, and you know, I was far from my family. But then I went from Denmark league to Icelandic, so I dropped down a division. Like it was just, and mentally, I wasn't really all there.
Yeah.
Right. Like, cause like, why should I be playing at this lower level? But during that time,
so that was 14, 15.
Yeah, right after Denmark. So
right.
2000, 14. Yeah,
okay.
2014. 13 to going on 14. Yeah. And then I went back to the NBL and I played there. We went to the finals. And then we lost, and then what happened after that? I took a year. I took a year off for basketball, a year of basketball, and then I went back up playing, and that's when the Vice documentary happened. I went back
that's the next point, basically, the Vice documentary.
Yes.
I hope you guys have seen it. If not, we will link it up also.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful documentary about a stage of your life where you was trying out for the Toronto Raptors G League back then.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful documentary, like 11, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Go and take a look at it if you haven't done so.
Yeah,
it's really a nice documentary.
Yeah.
But I think the second video that y'all watching right now is so long that we're gonna make a third one.
Yeah.
It makes sense. So this was the story from the Nordic to the Vice documentary. So everybody out there has time right now to take a look at the Vice documentary, wait a couple of days, and we'll be back for the third session and the third interview, where we pick it up from the Vice documentary and touch one or two other topics.
Okay.
Thanks for watching the second part. Make sure you follow him, subscribe him, make sure you follow me, Instagram, hit the subscribe button, everything you know already. And we're back with the third part in a bit.
All right,
thank you, man.
Yes, man, that was great.
Yeah.